Am I being bougie? Is it just me, or is it bougie to say I didn't come here to work? How's it going, everybody? Thank you for coming back to Ranting with Ruben. How's it going? I hope everybody's having a great day today. It's really hot, that's for sure. I just want to have get it off my chest, another Ranting with Ruben day. So let's start it off. I got to be honest with you. I'm a little stressed out about it. Again, the situation where I feel like one of these days I have to go from just being by myself to having a round table. So I have to have some guests because sometimes I think to myself, it's just me. You know, sometimes I think, is it just me? But here's the thing. Here's my issue today, okay? When did I have to start working when I go to a supermarket or I go to CVS? And let me see if I can clarify. I just went to CVS today, and I'm standing there, and there's one guy behind the register. So I see the line getting longer and longer and longer, and the guy's sitting there, and he's having a good interaction with the customer. Actually, I think he was doing a good job customer service-wise. So I really couldn't get upset with them because I don't want to have a guy when I get up there that has no life, you know. So it's okay to have, some interaction with customers. I think it's important to do that, to be honest with you. So I really wasn't mad about the fact that he was, having a nice interaction and explaining, almost everything to the customer, because for some reason the customer just had question after question after question. But again, that happens at times. Again, that can be frustrating, but that's really not what today's about. What ended up happening was, at one point, I asked the guy behind the register, I said, hey, is there any way we can expedite? Is there any way we can call anybody to the front? And he turns over and he says to me, well, there's the self checkout. And am I being bougie? Is it just me, or is it bougie to say I didn't come here to work? I came here to get something at the store. You guys get paid to work here. I don't get paid to work here. Is it just me? Or, I don't know. I don't know. I thought about this, to be honest with you, because, I had mixed reactions on the line with me, and it's not the first time. I've gone to Price Chopper, and I'm sitting there, and basically there's only 2 cash registers open, and everybody's got to go to self-checkout. And my issue is, that's work. I have to bag my own items. Sorry if that sounds bougie, but why do I have to bag my own items? Why do I have to sit there and go beep, beep, beep? Why do I have to do that? Like, there's no education for that. There's no schooling for that. When did I say I want to do this part-time? Really is my question. And I'm starting to see it everywhere. It's not just at one place. I mean, again, it happened at CVS. It also happened at Price Chopper. And it's becoming a common thing, and I understand the economy struggling right now, and I understand that it's hard to get workers. I understand that, everyone has their own point of view on why it's hard to get workers. But, I'm just going to say we'll talk about that in another day, because I think that's a pretty big subject. I've heard people say, oh, people don't want to work today these days. That's why, they're getting free money, and I can't really say no to that. I can't really say you're wrong, but I also don't think that's the primary reason why it's a hard time finding good workers. To be honest with you, I thought during the pandemic people just realized, family was more important than work. I thought prior to that everyone considered work to be priority. Oh, I have to go to work. I gotta make my food. I gotta make my money. I gotta put food on the table for my family. Yeah, that's important, and that's a priority, and I get that, but something happened during the pandemic. People got time to spend with their family. People got time to actually be home. And I believe that changed things, to be honest with you. But again, that's for another subject, because I believe that's a good subject to have. And I think when I do have that subject, I want to have that with multiple people. I just want to have more than just my opinion on that one, So we'll save that for another day. But today, my question to you guys, if you're listening, if you're watching, should we work? is how about this? Let's backtrack for a second. What I'm saying is, I guess the number one question, which is important to me, so I understand, is if you're at a CVS or if you're at a Price Chopper or you're at a store and you run in there and you now have to go to self-checkout, in your opinion, is that considered work? To me, it is. I'm sorry. We all have to work, and I understand that. But when it comes to getting groceries and, getting items at a store, in my opinion, you're asking me to do your job or part of your job that you get paid for to do. So I guess my number one question is, in your opinion, do you feel the same way? Or do you think that I'm being bougie? It's going to be hard for me to be bougie, but the point is, I can self-reflect. I can look at myself and say to myself at times, Ruben, you were wrong. That happens, and you should do that. You should assess yourself and see, at times, whether or not you're the issue, because it's not always everybody else. So that's my number one question, which I've given you, which is basically, in your eyes, is it considered work? Okay, and two, if you do consider it work, what can we do about this, people? Like, we have to somehow put an end to this, and it seems like it's the new thing, and it doesn't seem like it's going away. I mean, are we going to have self-checkout everywhere? Where do we take a stand? If you agree, again, that's only if you agree with me. Where do we take a stand? Do we sit out there in a march, get everybody together and protest that none of us want to work when we're at the store? I don't know. The point is, I'm confused. So again, I start off with the assessment. Is it me? So the first question is, in your eyes, is it work? And then the second question is, how do we end it? What do we do about it? Any suggestions? Maybe this is minuscule. Maybe in your eyes, I'm going too far with something that's silly. But again, that's why opinions are great. And I would love to hear them. So leave a comment if you can. Thanks again, guys, for watching Ranting with Ruben. If you can, leave a comment. If you can, subscribe. If you want to hit like, please hit like. Share. Whatever works for you guys. But again, I say God bless you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. And thanks for listening.
One thing that we know the same, everybody love this game. We went from plaguing in parks to gladiators. We came to see who the greatest, from the fans to the players.